Welcome back to another episode of 8-Bit Entertainment. This is Captain Paul with my co-host is Alejandro. Welcome back to 8-Bit Entertainment, bringing you another reaction video. This is Captain Paul with my co-host. Welcome back to another episode of 8-Bit Entertainment, bringing you some interesting music this go-around, hopefully not as bad as the previous episode. So this is Captain Paul with my co-host Fajardo. What's up, Fajardo?
What's up?
And my other co-host, Goon the Bearded, with the wild mane right there on the beard right there. I see it.
What's happening?
Now, see, I'm clearly white, very pale. I'm going to butcher this title, so I'm going to let somebody of proper descent say.
Okay, this is a track by Shakira and Raúl Alejandro.
Hey.
Te Felecito. And this is the official video, so we're going to be reacting to this now.
You know, I don't feel as bad. Equal white man struggling right there. And let's get right into the music video, because we all know Shakira usually drops some pretty good shit.
Mm-hmm.
All right, well, sorry.
No, you're good.
I mean, is that auto-tuned? Is that what I'm hearing, or what?
No, I think a little bit of auto-tune right there.
A little bit. But yeah, I mean, pretty much that's her. She knows how to manipulate her voice that way, though. She's always been able to do that on most tracks without auto-tune.
All right, so I have to say this because before we got, you know, the captions going in there, is Fajardo, what was being said there?
So basically, it seems like, well, most of these, how do you say it? Most of these videos that she has, there's always like a story behind it. And according to how this one started, it looks like there's some type of infidelity going on, you know, some cheating going on, and I guess she's being sarcastic in the name of the title, Te Felecito, which means I want to congratulate you, and I think it's more like I want to congratulate you because you got me or something like that, kind of like mid-video.
That's great. All right. Well, I got some subtitles on now. I apologize for the YouTube audience. Two gringos in here, so it's going to be a little bit of a struggle. So apologize for the subtitles in advance. Mm-hmm.
So basically, I don't know if you guys are following with everything. So basically, it's one of those situations like she found out she's been crying. There was one point she referenced her eyes being so red because she spent so much time crying for him. Mm-hmm. You know, and she's like, now it looks like the story, like I said, she always makes stories on most of her tracks. So in this one now it looks like we're in the middle portion, right, where this is a situation and it's about to flip because she's like, oh, it looks like you're feeling it now. Right? And that's kind of when he started actually reacting in the video wise, like his character, like that's when he started reacting when he was in the fridge and the head and everything else. So now he's being more in the video, so apparently most likely his part is about to come.
How accurate are these subtitles, just curiously?
They're not bad. So it's very difficult, right, because a lot of things said in Spanish is actually said in reverse. So when this is translating, it's doing a pretty decent job. It's not horrendous because it can completely do it backwards the way it's actually being said, which is completely not the right way of what they're trying to say. So it's actually not too bad.
Listen, I might not be able to understand it, but it is kind of a jam.
For a pop song, the beat's catchy. I've definitely heard her voice 100 times better in the past, but I'm feeling it though. I'm kind of rocking with it.
Yeah.
We could not understand. Well, I could not understand a lick of most of that shit at all.
Goon?
But
you know, before we start reacting, let me just kind of clarify the whole situation. It kind of was what I was saying before. You know, it started off where she was like, listen, you know, I want to congratulate you. You got me. You know, you got me hooked. All this stuff. You were cheating. I didn't know. And then in the middle, it was like, you know, I was crying. I was hurting. Right. And then it kind of flips to like, you know, but now you're hurting and stuff like that. And then he tried to do one of the things that a lot of guys in real life and relationships do. Right. Where he was like, oh, you're going to feel it because, you know, you got to remember how we used to eat each other. Yeah, that was an actual line on there.
No
he was like, you got to remember how we used to eat each other. I was like, okay, you know, and then, you know, he kind of kept going on that or whatnot. Like, you know, you're going to regret it. You're going to feel it. And then like she cut him off, and she was like, "Yeah, you should win an Oscar because you definitely got me."
I'll give Goon the floor first. What did you think of that? But lyrically, couldn't understand it. But let's just go into the track itself. If you're gonna go on the enjoyment of it, what would you give it a 1 out of 10?
The 1 out of 10, I'm giving it like a 6. Like it's a bop, right? It's kind of a jam. You can kind of groove to it, whatnot. But like you said, I didn't understand the lyrics, and that kind of sort of takes away from it. Auto tune with both of them is kind of meh. I'm kind of tired of hearing it personally in all music genres.
What you said there about you've heard her voice better, I 100% agree about this.
Yeah.
I think they had her tone her voice down so she
For
wouldn't carry the song without him, because if you notice, he needed definitely the auto tunes to be involved in this song.
Oh yeah, he
His
needs
vocals,
something.
right? His vocals may not be up there. When you have one person in a two-person song outshining the other one, it's never a good thing. Or one person just gonna be like, "Oh, it's that person's track."
I'm telling you, Shakira can find another pretty boy to carry a tune.
Bro,
Yeah.
she's done
He's out there.
videos with like almost every pretty boy, whether they're Spanish, white, it doesn't even matter. She's just killed it with everybody. I give her props.
I would probably give it a 7 out of 10. I definitely a bop, something you can kind of enjoy. I agree. I think Shakira's voice, she has an amazing voice. I have to appreciate also, like, she stays in really good shape. So I'll give it a 7 out of 10, just mainly because I couldn't, if it was in English and I could understand it and not to come off ignorantly, I probably would have enjoyed it far more. But yeah, I just thought overall it was a pretty good track. So, Jardo, what do you think?
I'm definitely gonna give it like 6, 7, right in that range. Reason being is, yeah, it's a bopper, right? It's one of those. It's very catchy. You can always have it in the background. You don't necessarily have to listen to it, because the lyrics are very common. A lot of reggaeton songs, just Spanish songs in general, are basically the same things. Very emotional. It's always about, man and a female relationship or female relationship, gone right, gone wrong, whatever the case may be. They're always trying to send a message or kind of like depict different emotional status for different people. Like in this one, it's about someone who's been cheated on, and like the two different perspectives being thrown at the same time, because she tried to kind of like, throw him under the bus, by saying all that thing in the whole first verse and a half. And then like he came back kind of throwing it back on her. And if you look at any broken relationship out there, right, it's kind of that same breakdown as it's breaking up. And they capture really good. Like the way he lyrically put it together, the words themselves, right, was actually pretty dope. The only problem is his voice is whack. They toned her voice down to kind of like not have him completely out of the water.
Yeah, that makes sense. It's actually fun enough. Me and Fajardo kind of similar. Actually, we all had kind of similar rankings there. Even the gringos that couldn't speak.
I mean, how can you rate Shakira any lower? Like,
yeah, you can't, bro. You absolutely can't.
You can't.
So for Goon the Beard and Fajardo, this is Captain Paul. Thank you for stopping by. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did enjoy this video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And we have a bunch of other content that's previously out and also coming out. So for 8-Bit Entertainment, we'll see you in the next episode.
Peace.